The airlock sighed open like it had been waiting all day just to complain. My boots touched the metal floor with a soft magnetic click as the station's gravity slowly settled around me. Orion Station always felt like that, calm on the outside, but humming with 1,000 quiet machines just beneath the walls. Above the entrance arch, a welcome banner flickered through 20 alien languages before settling on Standard Galactic. Please maintain respectful distance. Good advice. Most species on this station weren't big fans of humans. A small service drone floated toward me, its lenses adjusting as it scanned my face. Visitor confirmed, it chirped. Human designation detected. Please remain within civilian sectors. Yeah, I muttered. I'd heard the speech before. Humans were new to the galactic community. Too emotional. Too unpredictable. Too physical. At least that's what the other species thought. I was halfway down the corridor when the entire hallway suddenly grew quiet. Not silent. Just different. Like every conversation nearby had quietly paused. I looked up. And that's when I saw her. She stood near the observation window, tall and impossibly graceful. Her skin shimmered faintly under the station lights, pale silver with delicate glowing patterns running along her arms. An alien. But not just any alien. The uniform alone gave it away. Royal Guard armor. Which meant only one thing. She was important. Her long white hair flowed down her back like liquid light as she slowly turned toward me. Then her violet eyes locked onto mine. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then she walked toward me. Every step calm. Confident. When she finally stopped in front of me, she studied my face with quiet curiosity. Then she spoke. Softly. Human. I blinked. Yeah. She tilted her head slightly. Then she said something that made my brain freeze completely. Clean me. For a moment I thought I misheard her. Clean, you. The alien woman didn't laugh or react the way a human would. She simply watched me, her violet eyes calm and analytical, as if my confusion was part of some experiment. Then she slowly raised her arm. Under the corridor lights, tiny crystalline particles shimmered across her skin like frost. Our species forms cleansing crystals during extended travel, she explained. If they remain too long, they become dangerous. I stared at the glowing fragments. Okay, but why me? Her gaze didn't move. Because human touch stabilizes them. That answer somehow created more questions than it solved. Before I could ask another one, 2 armored guards appeared at the end of the corridor. Their helmets turned toward us instantly. The alien woman noticed them too. Her expression shifted slightly. Not fear. Calculation. Then she stepped closer to me. Close enough that I could see the faint light moving beneath her skin like slow lightning. The process must happen in private, she said quietly. My heart skipped. Private? She nodded once. Come to my chamber. I opened my mouth to respond, but she was already turning away. Then she paused and looked back over her shoulder. After midnight. And just like that, she disappeared down the corridor, leaving me standing there with about 1,000 questions and a very bad feeling that my normal life had just ended. Midnight on Orion Station was quieter than most people realized. The public sectors dimmed their lights, the busy corridors emptied, and the endless hum of machinery became the loudest sound in the entire structure. Which is exactly why I knew this was a terrible idea. I stood outside the royal guest quarters staring at the door. This is how people get spaced, I muttered. Before I could change my mind, the door slid open. She was already waiting. Princess Lysra stood near the center of the room, her glowing skin reflecting softly off the curved walls. Up close, the crystals on her arms were brighter now. Almost pulsing. You came, she said calmly. Yeah, well, curiosity is kind of a human weakness. For the first time, something that looked almost like amusement appeared in her eyes. She stepped closer and held out her hand. Touch the crystals. Just like that? Yes. Slowly, carefully, I brushed my fingers across the glowing fragments. The moment I touched them, they dissolved. Not shattered. Not burned. They simply faded away like light disappearing in water. Lysra inhaled sharply. Her eyes widened. Impossible, she whispered. I pulled my hand back. What? She stared at me like she had just discovered something the entire galaxy had missed. Then she said the last thing I expected to hear. Human, do you know what you just did? I shook my head. No idea. Lysra slowly looked down at her arm. Where the crystals had been, the skin was completely clear. No glow. No residue. Just smooth silver. That has never happened before, she said quietly. Okay, now you're worrying me. She turned toward me again, and this time her expression wasn't calm anymore. It was excited. Our scientists believed human touch could stabilize cleansing crystals temporarily, she said. But you didn't stabilize them. Her voice dropped to a whisper. You erased them. I blinked. Is that bad? For a moment she didn't answer. Then she did something completely unexpected. She laughed. A soft, bright sound that echoed lightly through the chamber. No, human, she said. That is very good. Before I could respond, the lights in the room suddenly flickered. Then a loud alarm echoed through the station. Lysra's head snapped toward the door. That is not good. Footsteps thundered in the corridor outside. Heavy ones. Military. Someone was coming. And judging by the urgency of the alarms, they were coming for us. The door burst open seconds later. 3 armored officers stormed into the chamber, weapons raised. Their commander looked directly at me. There he is. I raised my hands instantly. Okay, before anyone shoots. You will come with us, human, the commander said coldly. Lysra stepped in front of me. No. The officers froze. Princess, the commander said carefully, this human is the subject of an emergency scientific claim. She crossed her arms. He is under royal protection. The room went silent. Even the soldiers looked surprised. The commander lowered his weapon slightly. Princess, may we ask why? Lysra glanced back at me. Then she smiled. Not politely. Not diplomatically. But like someone who had just discovered a secret that could change the entire galaxy. Because, she said calmly, this human possesses a biological trait no species has ever documented. The commander frowned. And that is? Lysra looked directly at me again. Human touch doesn't just stabilize our crystals. She paused. It purifies alien biology. Every soldier in the room went completely still. Because if that was true, then humanity had just become the most valuable species in the galaxy. And somehow, it had started with the strangest request I had ever heard. Clean me, human.